Jeremy Clarkson, 62, is known for his outspoken attitude, and this weekend was no different as he urged police to crack some skulls in a bid to combat violent crime, instead of focusing on eco-idiots. The Clarkson's farm star also shared his concern for his pregnant daughter Emily Clarkson, 28, who is too afraid to go to her local shopping centre in London due to it being permanently full of gangs with bats and blades. Jeremy shared his thoughts this weekend on the current policing going on around the UK and what he thinks needs to be done to improve it, in his latest column. The former Top Gear presenter stated that the police need to tackle crimes that matter, as right now they focus too much on eco-idiots who are being arrested for a bit of light druggery. Jeremy claimed, "Eco-idiots don't matter. Hate crimes don't matter. A bit of light druggery doesn't matter. Doing 34 miles per hour doesn't matter. No one cares about any of this." He said that what matters is that you can no longer wear a watch when you go into town, and that some young people now believe that paying for a phone is optional, Jeremy stated in The Times. Jeremy even admitted that his daughter Emily, who lives in London, is too scared to go to the local shopping centre because it is permanently full of gangs with bats and blades. He continued, "They can do whatever they want because they know for a fact that the police are not coming." Because of this, Jeremy thinks something should be done about the law and order system, in order for their efforts to focus on thieves and gangs. He suggested that certain communities may decide to take law enforcement into their own hands, similar to how some people use private education or healthcare. Jeremy also claimed that some villagers could employ their own private police force in the future, theorizing the idea of court systems around the country. He concluded his article with the statement, "The police can and must do something about law and order. Because from where I'm sitting it's starting to feel like there isn't any." Jeremy is known for sharing his opinions, and he made sure to share his view on the new series of Autumn Watch presented by Chris Packham and Michaelis Draken. During an episode of the show last week, Chris delivered a lecture about how moths had been affected by warmer weather. His words were picked up on by Jeremy, who shared his opinion in his latest column with The Sun. Under the subheading "Plain Stupid," he wrote, "Now that Sir Attenborough has finished his weekly lectures on climate change, the BBC global warming baton has been passed to Chris Packham and Michaelis Draken, who've spent the week in a wood, hosting Autumn Watch." On Thursday, Chris delivered a lecture about moths and how they are affected by warmer weather. "And all I could think is how much cooler the planet would be if the producers didn't have to fly Michaela to the woods from her home in South Africa. It's not the first time Michaela has been criticized for her flight journey. Earlier this year, she hit back at viewers who said she couldn't claim to be green when she flies from her home to the UK. Speaking to Platinum magazine, she said, "People are so quick to point out people's negatives without supporting their positives. We've got solar panels in our home. I don't drive an electric car because South Africa has an electricity crisis, but I have a Fiat 500 that's particularly good on fuel. I do not buy bottled water unless it's absolutely desperate, and I've been vegetarian since I was 18. Anyone that eats meat, don't criticize me for flying.